is born out of Mahatattva and Ahankara Tattva.
Yeah, can you repeat the question again?
Hiranyagarbha is born with Mahatattva and Ahankara Tattva.
Okay.
From there, he was created by So Kamayata. That's what Ishvara, like he does it. But Hiranyagarha himself is Samashti Buddhi, Samashti Mana.
Samashti Sukshma Shariram, which includes Manaha and Buddhi. Yeah, Gira Narayan, go ahead.
Namaste, Guruji. Guruji, I had a doubt. This what you were explaining now. Ishvara is Maya Sahita Ishvara, where Hiranyagarbha is born like a dream out of Ishvara, or Hiranyagarbha from Hiranyagarbha the world was born. Is it? How is that? I have missed something in between.
Yeah, so good. So here, the question is Hiranyagarbha the dream of Ishvara? Or what? That is the question. Everything explanation is all clear, firstborn and all okay. That we can handle. But is this world the dream of Ishvara? That is the question. Well, see, dream is a particular reality. The reality that we experience in the waking world is called Vyavaharika Satyam. Correct? Dream is Jiva Srishti, created by the Jiva. By me, I created my dream. But Vyavaharika Satyam that I encounter in the waking world, what is that? Is it compared? It's different from the dream world. It's different from the dream world. But is that dream, that world, real world, is it the dream of Ishvara, if you ask? We don't say like that. It is Ishvara Srishti. Like the way I created the world in the dream, my deep world. Like that, Bhagavan has created this world just by Sankalpa Matrena. That Sankalpa is Maya, Vritti. You already introduced the word Maya. Maya Vritti. It's called Maya Vritti. Like my Vritti. My Vrittis are all there. All thoughts is equal to combination of thoughts is my dream world. Like that, combination of Maya Vrittis will be this world, which is Ishvara Shashti, which can't be negated just like I wake up from my dream world goes off. But here, this is Ishvara Shashti. It doesn't go just like that. And for Ishvara to dream, point number 2 is Ishvara to dream, Ishvara needs a mind. Sarvajnaha should not require a mind. And since mind is not there for Ishvara, like we have the mind, we can't extend our mind to Ishvara's mind. And so, for Ishvara, this creation itself is Sankalpa Matram. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. But from the point of view of the Mithyatvam, this Vyavaharika Satyam for us can be negated like I negate my dream world. The negating is possible. One is Jiva Shrishti, other is Ishvara Shrishti. Generally, we don't say. Sometimes some people say, this is Ishvara's dream. We are all there in Ishvara's dream. Like that, some books might say. But we don't say Ishvara is dreaming and all that. In Advaita Vedanta, we don't say that. We don't say that. You can think of it like that. And then the minute you see, then the problem comes. Then the other problems will be there. If you think like that, then suppose Ishvara wakes up.
You wake up from your dream to go into Ishvara's dream.
Suppose Ishvara wakes up, then all tragedy happens. It's okay for him, but for me, I mean, there's soup, serious soup. Then we have to. Our prayer will become what? Hey God, may you keep on sleeping. Be sleep. Sleep for a little longer. Like that, we will start saying. So we don't want to use that Ishvara's dream and all. We don't know what to say.
So the next question was, if it is like, let's assume it's like Ishvara's dream, then Ishvara creates Brahma and then Virat. It's an
Correct.
it's
Correct.
an
Correct.
like that. Hmm.
Correct. So in a way, Ishvara is outsourcing all the creation work to Brahmaji.
Hmm.
Correct? Brahmaji. That's why Mundaka also. Brahma Devanam Pradhama Sambhabuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta. Like that it starts, right? Vishwasya Karta. Ishvara is saying, okay, you do all the creation. Like that. He is assigned on cabinet position, he is given to Brahmaji. Hiranyagarbha. That's how our Shastram says.
So Hiranyagarbha is prior to Brahmaji?
No, both are identical.
Identical.
Two different names. Hiranyagarbha is a Vedanta name. Brahmaji is a Purana name.
Uh-huh.
In Purana, they Brahmaji, three Chaturmukha Brahmaji, all that. Correct.
So if we can connect to our dream, it's like we are in the dream and we create so many things in the dream.
Correct.
And
Ishvara.
in everything, we should be present for reality in the dream.
Correct. Exactly like this creation. So this creation is exactly like the dream. Means what? I am the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam of my dream world. I am not only the creator of the dream world, I am the material of the dream world also. Exactly like that.
And
This
there is a difference, I thought, like the waker doesn't know the dreamer, but here Ishvara knows everything. So that's why he is
Sarvavit.
Sarvavit.
There I am neither Sarvajnaha nor Sarvavit. But I am Sarvajnaha with respect to my dream.
Dream.
Correct?
But after waking up, I don't know the dreamer.
Yeah. It's just an exam, just a dream exam.
Dhanyawad, Guruji.
Yeah. Anuradhaji, go ahead. You are muted.
How do you split the word advya? Because
Okay,
I thought water is udaka.
correct. Udaka.
Then
So,
why is it ada?
so see, Udaka is the physical water that you and I know of. This is called Udaka. But then, so here, this Apa, in Sanskrit, there is a word called Apa. So the plural form of that and Panchami form, fifth case, is Adbhyaha. Adbhya, A-D-B-H-Y-A. A-D-B-H-Y. That is how it comes. That's how the even though it is Apaha. I need to look at all the forms and see how it happens. But that's how it goes. Adbhyaha. Means,
Okay.
and then, number one. Number two, why is it in plural?
No, that I got it because you take adi, like in this context.
No. In the good thing, but no. It is water is always plural in Sanskrit.
Okay.
Apaha, especially that word apaha is always in plural. Apaha itself is plural, I think. I have to go back and look at apaha itself is plural, I think. I think so. One of you can do kosha and check. And so only plural forms are there. There are no singular forms for that word water.
Is it apa, apaha?
No, I don't. We need to check.
Up.
It says.
Is it up, apa, apaha?
Yeah.
Because up is the Prathama Ekavachanam. I mean, if the Ekavachanam is there, like.
Pratipadikam is up, I think.
Up, Pratipadikam.
Pratipadika is
Prithvi, up, Tejas, Vayu, like that we see,
right.
So,
So
that up becomes Apaha.
everything
and
is there in
plural.
all three.
In
That is what my
Tattva-
guess. Yeah, everything is plural. That's what my guess is.
in Tattvabodha, you said actually waters are born.
Mm, mm.
Waters are born.
So therefore, answer to your question, Anuradhaji, is Adhyaha is in plural not because it includes other elements. It is plural because by design in the language, water is plural. This
Okay.
particular word, water, is plural. But jalam, etc. is singular. Jalam, jale, jalani will come.
Okay.
There you have all three numbers. But here there's only one number, plural number.
How about Vayu?
Yeah, Vayu, Vayu, Vayavaha or something. Right?
Ayavaha.
Vayavaha, Vayu, Vayu.
Vayavaha is plural. Okay,
Yeah.
like any other Ukara words change into plural.
Correct. Manuhu, Manu, Manavaha. Like that. Vayuhu, Vayu, Vayavaha.
Okay. And the second thing is that I wrote to you that I spoke to Swami Atmatriptananda,
Yes, yes. Yeah.
and he said that he will be available
Okay.
in any Saturday or Sunday of your choice, but in the evening,
Okay. Okay.
his evening.
Okay. Okay. So what we can do is, my preference is Saturday evening. But you have a class on Saturday. Abhyasa
That's
guys.
all right. That's all right.
Okay.
This is like, this is also learning. So it's not a
And this is once a month, right? Your class is every week.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, if you can move your Abhyasa class to some other day for just that week or something.
Just for 1 week, it's okay.
All right. So then we can say, when is our, okay.
After the puja,
Saturday, there is also another talk, right? Life is a blessing or whatever that is.
Yeah, so we will straddle it so that it's not in the same week.
which
Right.
week?
See, that can life be fulfilling is on Sunday mornings. Fourth
Is
Sunday.
it 21st?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, for US Saturday. For
Saturday
East,
night only for US timing.
for me, it is Sunday morning.
India, I think Sunday morning.
Yeah. So fourth Sunday morning. So we can have it some other Saturday, right? We can have it like third Saturday afternoon or something, evening. India time, which will become Saturday morning, Canada, US time, correct? That's workable, I think. If it's okay with all of you, we can do that. And then he said,
He will start with the Pujya Swamiji's Sanskritam,
yeah.
the bhajans or whatever he wrote. He will sing and then explain.
So both Pujya Swamiji's songs and his and some bhajans also, right?
He didn't say the bhajan, he said Pujya Swamiji's bhajans and whatever he wrote in Sanskrit, that he will sing and explain.
Good. So what we can
And
do
he
is,
warned me that the music will be Karnataka. Will it be okay with? I said, sure, music is music.
it's good. It's good that so yeah. So we can what we can do is we can you can draft a short message, and then
Okay.
what we would announce to everybody, right?
Okay.
And then you can send it to him, and then you can check, is this does this announcement look right? And then
Okay.
put some sample times. Okay, third Saturday of every whatever time, third Sunday, etc. And then say and
But you said Saturday is your preference, right?
Saturday
Because
evening, Saturday evening IST, Saturday morning West, Western, right? So we
So
can
third week.
Yeah, if we do third Saturday, then it won't clash with the other one.
Okay. Okay. And there, also when I was talking to him, something came up, and we were talking about that rasa. Remember that in his course when he was taking the classes, I think on the second day or first day, I forgot that, but he mentioned that rasa, like we always want to be in the rasa, right? So I thought that rasa meaning, like how we enjoy the world. So that will be the rasa, that, we'll enjoy the world, but we also know that who we are. But he corrected me and he said, no, it's not that rasa I meant.
Talking
I
about
meant,
Jnana Nishta. Means the
so I
clarity.
thought that was so good, like I really thought that is, what he meant, but he said, no, it means that you will be always in that Jnanam.
Correct.
Brahma.
That's what is the prasad.
Yeah.
In this context, when they
But I share that. Yeah.
good.
Okay. So I'll send him a note and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Jeji, go ahead.
Yeah, Guruji, so in this explanation you mentioned about Hiranyagarbha, Virat and all that. So all this is for setting some context to something he's actually leading us to, right? Because this all looks like a little deviation or distraction from what ultimately we want to know. That everything is Atma, all Atmas are one, there is no all Atmas. So sometimes some of these topics seem like in between something else is coming, which is, I feel sometimes not really relevant to what we are learning.
Right. So the question is this a digression from the main topic? Okay. What is the main topic? Jiveshwara Aikyam is the main topic, correct? And so, and Ishvara, what is Ishvara then? Ishvara is Jiveshwara Aikyam, you have to know Jiva and you have to know Ishvara. Both you have to. If you don't know, if you know one but not the other, then still the story is incomplete, right? And so, how are you going to visualize Ishvara? That is the question. Okay. And how will you? Most people will say Ishvara means the creator of the world. That's okay, understandable. But somehow located somewhere. Okay. Located somewhere, if you say, then this Jiveshwar Aikyam is it doesn't serve its purpose, right? So this Jiva is equal to the God located in that heaven means it's not, it may be good, it may serve some purpose, but not for Advaita Vedanti. It does not serve a purpose. Okay. So, how are you going to appreciate Ishvara? This mantra helps us appreciate that Ishvara. By splitting Ishvara into 2 or 3 parts. What parts can those be? Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram. Exactly as the way I split this complex. I am splitting Ishvara also. And
So
so if,
all the stula sharira of all the beings together is that Virata, which we are saying, is it?
Correct. And
all the sukshma, the mind, prana, jnanendriya, everything together is the Hiranyagarbha. That's what it's saying.
Correct. And therefore, it's an excellent way for me to understand Ishvara. Ishvara has to be understood properly. Only then the equation will become relevant and significant.
And what about Karna will be what?
Karana Shariraha. Karana Shariraha. Let's look at Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is there in the body, right? Or how did Tattva explain it? Says that which is whose essence is avidya, okay, and which has created the other shariras. The shariras are created by this karana sharira, okay, and that is karana sharira, like that here. It's anirvachya, anirvachya, avidya, avidyatmaka, etc. I remember some words, right? Okay, that's why it is called karana sharira, because that avidya is needed for the shariras to come. And it's called prajnaha here. That name for that entity is called prajnaha. What are the names for the human entities? This vyashti entities, this body. The guy who identifies with the physical body is called Vishwaha. The guy, the jiva who identifies with the Sukshma Sharira is called Taijasaha. Just names, important names. And then the person, the guy who identifies with the Karana Shariram in deep sleep is called Prajnaha. Prajnaha. These are technical words, okay? Prajna. It's good. Now, the good, at least I can start from here. Now I go to the Jagat and Ishvara. I go to this Samashti. Samashti, are there equivalents? Yes, you already mentioned Virat is the equivalent of the Vishwa. You already mentioned Hiranyagarbha is the equivalent of the Taijasa. What is the equivalent of the Karana Sharira Bhimani? Prajnaha, what is the equivalent? The equivalent is Ishvaraha. We kept on saying Ishvara created Hiranyagarbha. That Ishvara is what? Samashti Karana Sharira Abhiman. And then you said, Avidya is the essence of Ishvara. Oh my God. You are connecting Ishvara with Avidya. I thought Vidya and Ishvara go together. Brahma, Maya, Samashti, Avidya, Sahita Brahma is Ishvara. Ishvara cannot create unless Maya is there with him. And so, Karana Sharira here, Karanam, there also, Ishvara is the Karanam of the world. How? Through Maya. Maya is Samashti Avidya. This is Vyashti Avidya, it's my own Avidya. But that is Maya Avidya. And without Maya, Ishvara has no purpose to create also. Therefore, Karana Shariram, Ishvaraha. Therefore, Karanam, Sthiti Karta, Srishti Karta, Laya Karta, and all, we attribute the Kartrutvam, and that Kartrutvam is attributed to Ishvara, who is Samashti Karana Sharira Abhiman.
But all that understanding also is at a Vyavaharika Satyam level only, right?
Yeah, you can say that. You can, yeah, Vyavaharika Satyam only. Creation is Vyavaharika Satyam, correct. Not Paramarthika Satyam.
Yeah, okay.
Because Paramarthika Satyam is Atma.
Okay.
Brahma. Only those two are identical. That is the identity I want to understand. But Brahma, how do I understand Brahma unless I understand the whole? Some wholeness must be there. Yeah, we don't need to understand the details of all this, right? How did Ishvara create Hiranyagarbha? I want to know the entire process. How many days pregnant? Who was pregnant? All this if we ask. Not needed. We don't need to know all the details. Cosmos, universe, already we know what the universe is. Generally, we know the universe. The all expansive, limitless that we can appreciate is cosmos. Yeah. So, yeah, you don't have to really know Hiranyagarbha, etc. Correct. To understand Vedanta. But the theory has to be well developed. The thinking process has to be properly developed. And so Hiranyagarbha, if somebody were to ask, is there an equivalent of the Sukshma Sharira out there, if somebody were to ask, Shastra has to give an answer. And the answer is Hiranyagarbha. Correct?
Yeah.
So these words are very tight meanings they have. Shankara will not allow us to visualize golden egg and all that. No chance. No chance. Because I'm very tight it is.
Anyway.
And it's good. The tighter it is, it's less of a story and more about talking about realities, which has to culminate in Jiveshwara Aikyam. And that Rasagulla that she's talking about, Swamiji talked about, that is what it is. Finally, it's that understanding. So it helps my mind go all the way. It's like a mind has to be like a sponge, and it just goes all the way to Hiranyagarbha and appreciates Hiranyagarbha. Yeah. So this world is not different from me. And even from the point of view of the mass expansiveness also, it's not different from me. Why? Because that expansive cosmos also has the three shariras. Exactly like I have three shariras.
But
So
that is, right. Eventually.
So it's through that it's unfolding. Okay, finally, Atma is equal to Brahma. So it helps me understand all these things. It helps me meditate on this also. How can you meditate on the world, on cosmos, on Ishvara? Not possible. But with all these things, it is possible. Hiranyagarbha Dhyanam is possible. Virat Dhyanam is possible. Nachiketa was taught Virat Dhyanam. How was he taught? Agno, right? Nachiketa Agni. Agni was looked at. In that Homa Kunda, Agni is there. This is Nachiketa Agni. Close your eyes now. Visualize Agni. Now visualize the entire cosmos. Whatever you can visualize. And that is Virat, is projected on the Agni. Now I can't visualize the cosmos, everything. But at least I can visualize this finite Agni. Okay, think of that finite Agni as Virat. Virat Upasanam was there in this Upanishad itself. Therefore, there is some value to all these things, correct? Yeah, good question.
It's like a model we are using, right?
Yeah, it's a model. It's a model, no doubt. It is a model. It's a model.
Without this understanding, it would be blasphemous from the if I am a Dvaitin, because I am equating Jiva to Ishvara. How can I, a limited man, can be equal to Jiva? Ishvara, right? Without this understanding. Finally, I would point it out, going all the way to that Nirguna Brahma.
Yeah, because debate is an essential aspect of our Shastra. Debate, constant debates. The one person will not allow the other person to sleep. There's no chance. In the Shastra, how you can sleep? Tell me. If two people are arguing about no, this, no, that, this is that, okay. Constantly it goes on. Because at least one person will not understand the other person. Or both people don't understand each other. Either both people don't understand each other, or one person understands the other, but the other person doesn't understand it. But regardless, the argument will continue. So you need a solid background for that. And because Dvaitis also will argue, they're not the Dvaitis are not ordinary people. Nothing. Nobody is ordinary. Everybody has they're waiting to justify their view. And so good.
Is first taught.
Huh?
Is first taught before Advaita.
Brahma is first taught, eh?
Tarka.
Tarka is first taught. Yeah, Tarka has to be known if you are not educated, like the way we are all educated. So, educated means proper education is there, and the entire education is Tarka. Logic only. Everything we studied, logic. And so that's all Tarka. And then, okay, beyond that, there is some Tarka Shastram, they say. But we don't, Advaita Vedanta, we need to know Tarka, but we don't need to be experts in Tarka. Because expertise in Tarka, if it doesn't lead to Abhaya Prapti and Abheda Jnanam, then the Tarka is not useful.
It just becomes a Vedantavada.
Yeah, basic logic is required. That's all. Basic logic. We have to be rational beings. Rational. And that rationality also has a limitation, right? So,
Probably Guruji, the symbolically looking at Vishnu in Kshira Samudra and all makes more sense when we know this. Like in a sleep, as though Brahma is created, with the lotus where there is not connected to the world, it is just as though samsara is not, connected. All that makes sense.
yeah. Perfect sense. After studying Vedanta, all that makes sense, is it not?
Yeah.
For Puranas, for children, it is taught like that initially.
Yeah. It's all laid out very well. Very well laid out. And Meera is going to teach children. I hope she doesn't teach Advaita Vedanta to children. Start with stories, good stories and all that.
I have to wait till the holidays get over, Guruji. Most of them are traveling, Navratri and all that. So I'll wait for them to come back.
Sure.
Yeah.
There is some question here.
Is
Mahesh
Apa plural because everything can be visualized as singular, like Bhumi can be visualized, and then Vayu can be visualized without boundaries, space can be visualized, but then you can't visualize water. Water is most of the time in compartments, boundaries. So is it because many waters? That's why we...
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. You can find it, let me know. Why is apaha? Why is it decline only in plural, not in singular or dual?
Because many water bodies, but when you talk about Vayu, space and all, it's easy to feel the subtlety, all pervasiveness. But water is...
Agni is also like that, right? I mean, it has boundaries.
So, no, based on what Meera is saying, Vayu is subtle, therefore you can't divide it, and therefore it is not divided. And therefore it seems to be... No, I don't know. This logic and all, I don't want to.
Except for Bhumi. Bhumi also we have visualized it as one. It cannot have plurality. So something, I don't know. I was just trying to figure out.
Not spend time on that. We just accepted it as it is. So, but it's a good question to ask. I will see. I'll ask him and see if he says something. Today is not going to come. Tomorrow I'll ask. So Mahesh is asking a question. Why water was chosen rather than space, which is first per Tattva? These kinds of questions, we have to look at Anandigiri and all. And I will check Anandigiri, whether if he answers that question. Or, we'll see. Maybe they'll say, they've analyzed these things. Our Tikakaras are very good at analyzing. They will give you reasons which will just blow your mind. So they may say it. A few days ago, you asked, does a jnani dream? Okay? A jnani dream. Okay, I asked the question, and what was the answer to that?
Yes, he dreams.
Yes, he dreams, obviously. Yeah, that is prarabdha. Prarabdha. Jnani has nowhere to stop prarabdha. Next, another question is that if Ishvara is helpless as she cannot violate laws, why people pray to God to seek or remove things?
Prayers, punya, I think.
Huh?
Prayers, I think, is one is to accumulate punya. I mean, because punya only will give you chitta shuddhi to get into shastram. That's what I analyze it as. And maybe the strength to overcome the severity of prarabdha, maybe.
It's a shock absorber.
I
Right.
don't think punyam gives, I don't think praying to God gives punyam, especially if you are seeker of things.
You have somebody to
Doing
blame.
good deeds give punyam.
You have somebody to blame now.
Prayers is recognizing Ishvara, I thought. So when you are doing at least prayers, you are not doing something else which is causing papam.
No, I can say that you are not doing something which you are not doing good, which is punyam. Why can't you look like that?
Yeah. So the bottom line is this: Jiva is a struggling being. Ishvara is not a struggling being. Why Ishvara? Even there are people around us who can give us a lot of strength and energy and help. And so when people themselves are like that, our view of Ishvara is all-knowing, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Shaktimati. And so she has the capacity to do anything. Means what? Means the laws are all, nothing is violated. Without violating laws, Ishvara can help me. Possible, because prayer is an action. The minute I introduce the action into this universe, I am influencing the universe. I am influencing it. Therefore, prayer is an action, important action. And therefore, the result will be commensurate with my action. Therefore, technically, I am the one who is influencing the outcome. But the law is all Ishvara. Ishvara is a karma phala data. Therefore, we say, I pray so that I want this. We say Ishvara gives me that when I pray. Nothing wrong with that. So the Vedanta, once we know, okay, we are able to understand it even better. But otherwise, a limited understanding also is good, which later can be improved to say, I can still pray because prayer is an action. And so the result has to be in keeping with the action. Because the laws cannot be violated. Ishvara cannot, Ishvara is helpless when we say. It is not that kind of helplessness. It means the laws are still there and I have the ability to use the same laws to get what I want. I may or may not get. I may get a little, I may not get, I may get a lot, etc. It's fine. That's all Ishvara at work. Therefore, prayer is still very much there until the person can say, Na gopayitum ichchati. Correct? Na gopayitum ichchati.
That is why Hiranyakashipu and all got varam, right? I mean, that is the power of prayer.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Prayer has its results, no doubt about that. But the wise person is one who recognizes the gopayitum ichchati. Prayer can be there. That is why कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि. Hey, Janakadaya. Shankaracharya gives two meanings. Suppose Janaka is wise in this shloka. Then he says, by proper karma only they also became wise. And then they continue to work because the person continues to be a king also. King has duties. Therefore, keep doing for the benefit of society, like that he said. So,
I mean, if a karma phala cannot be changed, how God is a karma phala dada? He is at best a pass through.
yeah, but you have to give something. No, the order is there. The karma phala connection is there.
Natural, whatever that will come, whether Ishvara does anything or not, isn't it?
Yeah, you can say pass through. Pass through is fine. Pass through is fine. I'm okay with that word pass through. Look at that law, but it is not an ordinary pass through.
Because the giver means like you give something to someone. I can give it or I cannot give it or I can do it differently. All those possibilities are. Pass through is like just pass through. No modification, no free will on part of Ishvara. Let me put it that way.
Fair enough. That is fine. That is okay. No free will at all. That is correct. In fact, that is correct.
Junior students.
Ishvara has no free will, correct? But I have free will.
So what you pray, if your prayer is for well-being of people or something, or as a thanksgiving or a kritanyada to the Ishvara for what you have, right? You are definitely, if you look around, you are better than somebody. But you may not be as good as somebody else, yes. So you look at half cup full, half full, and then say, hey, I am happy for what, that I can say thanksgiving, so to speak, or a kritanyada. But you keep on asking Pashu, Patram, Pautram, and all that. Even after 85 years, people are asking Pashu, Putram, Pautram. That's not going to happen.
So, Viveka, that's why Viveka, we are supposed to be jnanis by the end of the life. Supposed to be. And become sannyasis. Jnanam sannyasa lakshanam according to Sani. That is how the tradition was. This is all recent tradition. And so, at the late stage, we should not even be asking the question, what is Shastra, what is Veda, what is Moksha? No, it should not come at when you're 80 years old. It should have come long ago, and our clear life must be clear. Yeah, I'm ready. After retirement, I know exactly what I'm doing. And that kind of clarity must be there.
In fact, today, Nachur Venkataramanji is taking sannyasa at Tiruvannamalai.
Okay, yeah, I saw that message. And who is giving sannyasa to him?
No idea. That is not written anywhere. He is taking sannyasa at a private function at Tiruvannamalai. Maybe at his house or something like that.
Okay.
So
his guru,
no guru, Manasa Guru only. He calls himself Ramana Charita Dasa.
Okay. Let's see what the new name is. We'll see. Somebody should give the Diksha, We'll see.
Guruji, this what Maheshji was saying, people when they are even at 80s, they keep asking. So probably that is also an order, no? And asking only creates universe, right? So when that person is asking whether it is good for him or not, because he doesn't have viveka, he doesn't analyze it, but then that only is the cause for a creation where he is born again, right? So that's only an order, a part of an order itself.
Everything is an order. It can't be otherwise. It can't be otherwise. Everything is an order.
Yeah, because there is kartrutvam there, and so what I was thinking is when you are asking like for the benefit of others, their kartrutvam is not there. Like when you are saying loka sangraham, that is also a sankalpa. So there, when you say Ishvara Arpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi, there is no kartrutvam, is it?
Kartrutvam is sublated, highly minimized when the Prasada Buddhi goes up. Prasada Buddhi and Ishvararpana Buddhi goes up, then Kartrutvam will become less and less. It's less pronounced. When Dharma is big, Kartrutvam becomes less actually. Because, you know why? Dharma dictates what I do.
I have no choice.
There's really no choice. Where is the choice? They will say, where is the choice? This is your duty. Right? This is your duty. Where is the choice? Look at that. That is how it is. In duty, there's no choice.
So there is no free will.
Choice becomes, if I want to violate Dharma, I have lot of choice. Lot of choices. Yeah, you're right. So, that is why in knowledge, there is no choice. Knowledge cannot be decided by me. Knowledge is decided by the object of knowledge. No choice. Absolutely no choice. Therefore, our prayer is meant to yatha bhuta drishtim tadatu. Let me see things as they are.
I didn't understand. Knowledge is decided by the object of knowledge?
Yes.
That's what Swamiji was also telling that.
What is this?
A clock, watch. Clock.
Who decides it's a what? You decide or this decides? You have free will, right? You have free will. You only should decide what this is.
But then, when with knowledge, I come to know that everything is mithya, right? It's I who come to know.
So, is knowledge decided by the object or not? That is the question. This object, what I mean is, free will doesn't apply where knowledge applies. That's all I'm saying. Free will doesn't apply. Decide what this object is. Our free will has no role to play. Our free will has no role to play. Where does free will have a role? In karma, free will has a role. Correct? In karma.
Correct.
Kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatha va kartum shakyam. That's it. That is free will. That is what is free will. But jnana, even laukika jnana, I'm saying even this laukika jnanam, vyavaharika jnanam, vyavaharika satya jnanam, also free will is not involved. A car has to be driven in one way only, properly if you want to. We don't have a choice to decide how to drive. Although driving is karma, but the laws are all there. If I do a mistake, that's why mistake is done by me. And once a mistake is done, what happens is decided by the law. So therefore, knowledge, that is the way, that is why jnanam is so important in Advaita Vedanta, especially because in other matas, knowledge is not that important, correct? Not that important. Knowledge is there. Everywhere knowledge is there. But that knowledge is a little different. Knowledge of, doing good, gaining punyam, all that is there, right? That's all knowledge only. Knowledge of heaven, knowledge of God, God will protect me, all that is knowledge, no doubt. But that knowledge makes me do, and I'm told that moksha is a karma phalam. Only we say that moksha cannot be karma. It becomes very important. Therefore, Vastu Tantram, knowledge is decided by whom? Who decides what this Brahma Vidya is? Some Shankaracharya is deciding, they say Shankara Advaita. They say Shankara it can't be Shankara Advaita. Shankara is the only person who says Advaita is given. It's not Shankaraism, it is not Shankara's Advaita. It is not even the Vedic Advaita. It is not even Upanishadic Advaita. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. The puzzle, it's a very interesting puzzle, is it not? Interesting puzzle.
So Guruji, the self-knowledge is decided by the self. Can we say that? Means...
Okay, we can say that. Self-knowledge means Atma Vidya is decided by Atma. I'm going to try and put it in a different way. Atma Vidya is decided by Atma.
No.
He's not saying that. No, not Vrunate at all. Atma Vidya is decided by Atma.
Realizing that you're the Atma is decided by the Atma at the time when it's... Can we say that?
Huh?
No, you realizing that you are the Atma and you are the Brahman also can happen only when the Brahman or Atma decides.
Okay, we just said Atma does not have free will, Brahman does not have free will. Now you are saying Brahman will decide when I get moksha means what?
No, because the knowledge of that is decided by the object of knowledge, though this is not an object in this case, but you can't have the free will. Okay, you can put the efforts to go there, but eventually Atman or Brahman, which you are, that realization will also come when the Atman, Brahman itself decides, or I don't know whether to call it decides. But in its, is that not
Yeah, so two, three things here. So go back to the example. This object decides what this object is, decides what the function of this object. I don't decide anything about this object. I may have made this object. I may have made this object. But the maker should know what everything about the object before it is made. All right. Object decides what it is. You said self decides what self-knowledge is. Okay, fine. Self-knowledge, right? Knowledge of the self. Knowledge of the self is no different than knowledge of any object. Knowledge of getting water out of the earth. Okay, there is, you have to dig some wells, you have to know where the water is, etc. All that, that's a science there. So that science, I don't decide what that science is. That science, that's why I go to school to study what it is all about. And it's all uncovered. Experts have figured it all out. Okay, that is object decides the knowledge. Self, they likewise, self-knowledge also is what I can't decide what self-knowledge is. Self-knowledge is decided by the self only. Decided by the self means what? Clock is not sitting and deciding, you better look at me and say, I am a clock, okay? Otherwise, I'll come back to you. No, clock, not that kind of decision. We are saying, hey, this object is what this object is. That's all. Saying your free will has no role in deciding what this object is. That's all we're saying, right?
Yeah, but Guruji, in this, there is a distinction between the object and the knower of the object in the watch.
Yeah, so we'll come to that. Right? So we'll come to that. So that's the basic idea, is whatever thing I want to know, I have to be completely committed to jnanam. Means I can't allow my free will to interfere. The minute it interferes, then my understanding is going to be incomplete, contaminated. Free will contaminates my knowledge. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. What free will I have? I have no free will in deciding nothing. 2, 3, numbers, addition, subtraction, no free will at all. All I can do is understand. That freedom I have. I can come to class. That freedom I have. After that, what happens? We pray. Saraswati Namastubhyam. That is why we pray. We pray that I understand things exactly as it should be understood. Even the teacher prays. Okay, praying. Free will, correct? Praying. What is the use of prayer if we say prayer is very important even for the teacher? Because any knowledge is like that. It has to be unfolded. And the knowledge, that is why teachers anywhere in the world are respected. And the respect for a teacher never goes throughout the life. Even Ambani will respect his teachers. That is how it is. That's knowledge is like that. Okay. So, okay, that much is there. Now apply it to Atma, correct? Yeah, we understand Atma is not an object like all these other objects. Every science is the knowledge of an object, but Atma is the knowledge of the subject. But it is still knowledge only. Yeah, Atma also has to reveal itself, means what? I know that I don't know Atma as I should know. According to the Shastra. Even that initially I don't know. Then later on I get exposed to it, then only I come to know. Then now I want to know what that Atma is. And Shastram is a Pramana. It tells me who I am. Constantly is telling me various words, various mantras, various languages. It is telling me various texts. And my understanding is improving. Okay. And then what? Still no free will involved anywhere. So far, no free will is involved in understanding. In making an effort to understand, free will is involved. That effort itself is free will. No, I'm going to not do all these things. I'm going to spend a little more time on this. 1 hour more a week, I'm going to spend. 1 hour more a month, I'm going to spend, if not a week. All that is free will. Free will, using the free will, I'm pushing myself. And slowly, that is what is bringing a lot of change in my life. But I'm still pursuing, allowing Bhagavan to reveal his nature to me. That is the way we will say it sometimes. Bhagavan to reveal his nature means allowing Atma to reveal its nature, allowing Brahma to reveal his nature. They're all okay statements, nothing wrong. Because this is what? Even Brahma can't force me to know. Well, it has to happen in its own time. I think that's clear, right? I mean,
Yeah, clear.
Right.
Then you're very nice.
Interesting. So therefore, back to the important question. Prayer. Mahesh was asking the question. Why should we pray to a God who is helpless? It's a reasonable question. We say that God is helpless is we should say it like that. It's not like me being helpless. I am helpless, I can understand. But God also is same category as me. Yeah, in that case, then I don't have to worship God. Correct. That is true. But that is not the type of helplessness we are talking about. Sarvajnatvam helpless. This is Alpajnatvam helpless. Sarvajnatvam says, hey, the laws are all operating. I am operating through my laws. And so, I am helpless when God says, that is Krishna. Krishna is smiling. Krishna says, I am smiling. I can't, hey Arjuna, I don't know. I went to Duryodhana, I spoke to him. He said, no, nothing doing. Get out of here. I already told you. What's your problem? Why are you bothered? Can't do anything. Krishna is helpless. But Krishna knows. This is how things will be. Anyway.
But asking and giving is anyway illusion. I mean, helpless doesn't matter because, I mean, there is no meaning of asking and giving because anyway, dharma or the nature is Bhagavan. So I think it is subtle thing where our karma and all works. Maybe we change something, and it gets changed in the with the time. Of course, in the Vyavaharik I'm talking about. So basically, it happens based on our karma. So it gets adjusted. So that way, rather than like Mahesh was asking about, like physically giving something is giving, right? So here, nothing like that. No sankalpa also from Bhagavan that, okay, I have to give it to somebody. So it's not in that sense, but basically like we do prayers. I think it's a universal law which is already there, which we already know that dharma is Bhagavan. So I think that operates on us and we call it as Katrutva and all that.
Yeah, prayer is part of the order. The result of prayer also is part of the order. And does a jnani sannyasi have kartritva?
No.
I mean, a realized person will not, because this prarabdha karma is like, we say that it continues, but basically will not accrue any more karma or katrutva.
Suppose a jnani sannyasi is hungry. What should that person do?
He has to eat.
Is there kartrutvam involved in that?
Very
No.
minimum, I guess.
Jnani doesn't.
Just very minimum, I guess, because he submits to that choice making, right?
Protecting his body is dharma. So there is no kartrutva.
See, no kartrutva. See, suppose a person has to cook something. Eat. Before eating itself, cooking is there. Before cooking, purchasing vegetables is there. Or asking somebody to get vegetables is there. All these things are involved. So many activities are going on. Is Kartrutvam there or not? If we ask, what we say is, Atma has no Kartrutvam. The person knows I am Atma who is not a Karta. But then to do all these activities without Kartrutvam, it is not possible to do. And therefore it's called Abhasa Kartrutvam. I'm a Karta. Means I've become a Karta. I know I've become a Karta. Means the Kartrutvam is there, but it's all Abhasa, means superimposed on me. Because I'm now a Jiva, I'm a living being now. Now I'm a living being. When I say I'm a living, no, it's not a living being sitting in one body somewhere. But this body is there. This body I have to take care of. Somebody calls Swamiji means what will he say? Oh, Atma has no name. Therefore, I should not respond. That's odd. It's very odd, very artificial. Hey, for that person, I am Swamiji. Therefore, I will respond. He is calling me only. I know she is calling me. I know. Everything is clear. So respond. Yes, come on. How are you? So listening. Everything is there. Everything is done exactly like any other person. But it's all abhasa. 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 Exactly like, the sun doesn't rise, but still you can get up and say Aditya Hriday just when the sun rises. You can do your Shraddha karma. You can decide what times is good for your karmas, homas, everything can be done. But it's all abhasa. Abhasa. And it is to be done as long as your dharma demands it. That is why sannyasa ashrama is so important, because sannyasa ashrama says, wait a minute, you've been doing all these things, but really you're a jnani, you need not do all this. Therefore, I will release you from your ashrama. Beautiful it is it not? Jivan Mukta. It is a Jivan Mukta in practice. That is what it is. That ashrama. Sannyasi need not do anything. No sandhya vandanam, nothing. Prarthana, puja, lighting the lamp, everything which we do, we must do. Jnani also must do if he is a grasta, correct? That's it. Grasta means grihe tishtati. All duties have to be done. Sannyasi means what? Doesn't even have to vote. He can make other people vote, but he need not vote. He can vote also. That's his choice. Just whatever comes, comes. I think it's just fantastic. The Sannyasa Ashrama just ties into our Advaita Vedanta vision. That is why Vishita Advaitis and all, they don't take for them sannyasa is not big at all.
It's like saying sannyasi or the jnani appreciates the order more than anybody else.
That's what we would like to think. Yes, that's what we like. Yes. Obviously, order. It's order. We're analyzing the whole thing. So we look at bhakti as a means which has to end in this life. We don't. Yeah. So all these ideas, So good. So we will stop.
The other part of Katruta for Jnani is like we talked about it. It actually is sort of given to the society or given to the other, right? I mean, the Sankalpa, which is for the others, they continue to do helping others are good for the society. So when the question comes when the Katrutva is there or not, it's sort of given to back to people, he doesn't have the Katrutva, but it's actually good karma will go to the other people. This point came when we were talking sometime back.
Yeah, so what a sannyasi jnani is going to do is anybody's guess. We have no idea, right? The person may decide to just withdraw completely. Withdraw completely. Just no address, no. Or the person may withdraw, but people are there thronging to see that person. Anything is possible. We have no idea even that person doesn't know how things are going to work out. Either way, the person becomes a blessing to society. Either way, person is active on all community projects, this, that's it. Good service to society. Person is quiet, talking or not even talking. Vijayji said that day, right? There is a big line waiting to see that one Swami. And the Swamiji is teaching and all. But suppose the Swamiji was not teaching. There are many Swamis like that. Not teaching, not even talking. Everybody sits and then he also looks at everybody, and then everybody goes away. Is he doing service or not? I think he's doing a lot of service, immense service, immense service. So,
yeah, Ramakrishna, he said about 3 types of jnanis. So, whatever they do, like the one which you just said, like he goes into the cave and then do his tapasya, but still he's doing service to the humanity or to the world.
correct.
So,
Right.
like so Swami Vivekananda, who has come out and started teaching people, that's another type. And the one is like, okay, I am with Brahman all the time, so he is Brahman. So, but still he does. So those 3 types he describes in this.
Right, right. That one good friend in Houston, she used to always tell me, how can you study all this and not serve society? These Swamis, they're all sitting quietly doing nothing and all that. She used to say. Try to explain to her, but he was pretty sure that that's not the way to lead her. Sannyasi should not be quiet. They should do something. Look at Vivekananda, what all he did. So, yeah, so it's correct. The service can be in any form. Physical activity need not be the only way to serve. Okay, so we'll conclude now.
Dhanyavada, Guruji.
Yeah, Dhanyavada. Helpless. Yeah, I think that's all the questions here. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.